Here's another percent question that I thought was really good. There's a lot of steps to it, but it's not that bad. Check it out. We got the table below that shows the monthly rent paid by 4 roommates who shared an apartment in 2015. And as you can see in the table, 2 of them are written in expressions. In 2016, the total rent increased by 5%, so all of their monthly rent increased by 5%, and the roommates decided to increase each of their monthly rent payments by 5%. If Benny and Don paid 45% of the rent in 2015, which of the following expressions represents AJ's monthly rent payment in 2016 in dollars in terms of C? A lot of things going on, but let's focus on the main question first. We are trying to find AJ's monthly rent payment in 2016. That is after it increased by 5%. Let's break this down and start with Benny and Don because they have actual numeric values right here. This information says that Benny and Don paid 45% of the total rent in 2015. We don't know how much their total rent is because these are written in expressions. So let's let X represent total rent in 2015. This is saying that Benny and Don paid 45% of the total rent. So we can write this equation right here. 45% can be written as 0.45, and to find 45% of the total rent, we just have to multiply that to X. And that expression once again represents 45% of the rent. That is going to equal what Benny and Don chipped in. They must have gotten the smaller rooms since they're paying less, but all we gotta do is add those values up. That is going to equal 900. So from here, all we gotta do is solve for X by dividing 0.45 to both sides, and we will get the rent. The rent is equal to $2,000. Now that you know that these people paid $2,000 altogether, then we can find out what AJ and Charlie paid in 2015. And all we have to do is subtract what Benny and Don paid, and we will get what AJ and Charlie chipped in, which equals $1,100. What AJ paid and what Charlie paid equals $1,100. So A plus C equals 1,100. We are trying to find AJ's monthly payment, so we got to solve for A, just subtract C to both sides. But this is the equation for AJ's monthly rent in 2015. It says right here that all their monthly rent payments increase by 5%. If something goes up by 5%, then they are really paying 105% of the rent in 2016. 105% can be written as 1.05. So all we have to do is take this expression and multiply that in parentheses, don't forget the parentheses, by 1.05. And this right here is the expression for AJ's rent in 2016. If you look around, that matches letter choice D. Lots of steps, but this problem was really good. Hope you liked it. If you did, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.